Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you're all well. This is video two, yes, of 3 today. Because you're special, you're amazing, you look amazing, and you deserve amazing things. Now, I can't promise this will be amazing, but it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So we get straight into the meat and potatoes. A lot of you, we talk about this Bryan Kohberger situation with the unravelling story of the DNA, and that Bryan Kohberger and his defence team are constantly asking for the DNA paperwork. You know, the what? How did you get to thinking Bryan's involved? That's what this is about. Because what people are saying is, look, you guys just want Bryan Kohberger to walk free. If you have got, if they've tested Bryan Kohberger's DNA and it matches the DNA on the sheath, then what does it matter? That's people's mentality. People's mentality is, if they've got the right guy, if they've got the DNA, then what does it matter about how they got it? What does it matter about these sort of things? Do you know what I mean? It's almost like they don't mind people cheating. You know, sometimes and I did ask this question before. Do you know what I mean? It's that difficult thing of, if you knew that going down proper channels wasn't going to get you the outcome, but you knew you could cheat and get the outcome, does it make cheating okay? Well, let's put it this way. This ain't like a maths test. This ain't like when you're asked to show your workings out when you are doing a maths test. You can't just write the result. You know, you can't just look at the sum, write the result. The teacher needs you to show the working out so they understand that you understand how to get to the answer, how to get to it. And, you know, they know that you weren't cheating. You didn't have a calculator strapped to your inner thigh. And this case is much like that. Yes, you could. There is a frustration in the fact that the system and doing it properly can take longer. Sometimes it doesn't work. The problem comes when you allow authorities the power to cheat. You allow them access to everything they need to cheat, to then obtain a result, because you then have to trust that they will only use that ability to cheat to get the right result and not just to get a result. You cannot, as soon as all your freedoms go and you give governments and you give people of power the access to obtain your information through any means necessary, that is when you lose some really, how can I say? You just can't do that. You can't give people of power and, you know, governments the ability to do as they please, because for the most part, that leaves the risk of innocent people who have done nothing wrong, to suffer because of it. Your rights, not only as American citizens, but citizens all over the world, you do have specific rights. Whether you are someone accused of being part of a murder or not, you still have rights, because there is always that chance that you didn't do it. And that ability to cheat can go wrong. And we could find ourselves in that situation with the Bryan Kohberger case. As much as some people want him to be innocent, some people want him to be guilty, some people have got feelings about him, some people have got thoughts and feelings about the case and frustrations and sadness. You can't let that. You can't let that allow you to believe that the best route to take in a case like this is to give up your civil liberties, your freedoms, your secrecy, your allowance of secrecy. You can't allow access to that. Now, what if this was nothing to do with the DNA? What if Bryan Kohberger and anybody around there was found because they illegally went into phone data? Someone else in comments said this yesterday. What about if it's just nothing to do with the DNA, but they're trying to utilize DNA as a as something to push as the methodology of finding him, but that's not what they did. That it was, in fact, illegally getting into phone records, the FBI accessing phone data and GPS data to locate where people were at that time. Is that then okay? That people can literally, illegally utilize data to find out where you are at any one time. So they're literally tracking you. It's pretty much like in Batman, isn't it? Batman with the late and great Heath Ledger, when they turn cell phones into, that big machine to literally map out. Not even Morgan Freeman was happy about that machine, and he did say, as long as that machine's here, I'm not here. And we've got a similar situation here. Could there have been a situation that was utilized illegally and immorally to obtain a result? And how happy are you truly about that? Think about it. Are you just happy to get a result any way possible? Or do you want a system that works? Do you want a system that can work properly, and you can look at it from start to finish and you can see how they obtained, if it was Bryan Kohberger, if it truly was him, if he was the man who did it, you can see the workings of that case. You can see what they did, where they went, what they found, what they did with what they found, and this is the outcome. And at the end of it, you are happy because you've seen that whole system play out. You've seen it, you understand it, you can follow it, and it's very easy to see. There is no missing pieces. Because in the Bryan Kohberger case at the moment, there is a missing piece. You can't, how is it even possible that this guy who has spent months in prison, he is facing the death penalty, but he and his team are yet to even be explained how law enforcement got to the point where they felt that Bryan Kohberger was the suspect. They can't show the workings of it. They won't show the workings of it. That's what he's asking. That's what his team are asking. Can you please tell us how you came to the assumption that our client is the perpetrator? Are you telling me? Can you list down below and tell me why you feel it's okay for them not to have that information? Good luck doing that, and I'll catch you all in video 3 later.